Hello everyone, my name is Sonam Sandhu and today I am here to discuss repetition in speaking. I believe so many students are facing problem as they are repeating the sentences. They are unable to use the different sentence every other time. So at the end of the day they are repeating. What is the reason behind this? Why is it occurring and how can it be solved? So this is all I'll be discussing in today's video. But before starting, please subscribe my channel. अगर आपको मेरा teaching style and content अच्छा लगता है तो it motivates me to work even harder. So let's get started. What is repetition? Basically you're repeating ideas. Let's say you are given a cue card in speaking and you're repeating one idea or the other and you have repeated the same thing again and again. Earlier you said it was a very good experience, then you said it was a great experience, things like such. So repeating it, suppose you have said the same thing minimum 4 to 5 times. There is no point of doing the same, you are repeating it. You need not to repeat, but ये कैसे overcome करना है, this you need to take care of. The first thing which so many students are doing is cramming the cue cards, and this is something which I always recommend not to do. I'll recommend you not to cram anything, because when you're cramming it's obviously visible. You must have seen the latest trend or the changing trend in speaking that they do not listen to your cue cards. They listen it for 30 seconds and then they'll start asking follow-ups, as they have got to know it is memorized. If you say the formats are memorized, then this is also memorized. As far as this thing is concerned, what can you do? You need not to cram it. You will have to understand the question and then you have to answer it point wise or exactly in the series instead of repeating it. The first thing is memorizing it or cramming it. Totally wrong. Replace it with understanding. Okay, so you have to understand the question thoroughly. I always tell you 3 things: read the question, translate the question in the mother tongue and underline the keywords. अब यहाँ पे underline कर लिए keywords: vacation, whom did you go, how did you go, overall experience. So keywords have been underlined. On the basis of that, you'll just start speaking. You'll just have to write these 4 keywords on the note sheet. Basically they'll give you a sheet, so उसी sheet पे you'll write this and later on you'll proceed further with the speaking part. Okay, so this is the first part which you'll have to be very careful about. Let's proceed to the second one. So I know you are unable to generate ideas. You are facing problem in idea generation or getting the ideas when they ask you a cue card. What can you do about it? There is only one thing which can be done, and it is getting an essay book. You need to purchase one essay book, buy it, start reading it, you will have ideas. And let's say you are not interested in essay book, you can go for any travel magazine or maybe some newspaper. Just read a lot, read anything. You can read even the app Quora. I am very fond of this app. I use this app regularly to read about certain things. So one or the other thing is over there, so you can do one or the other thing to be in touch with the current affairs and you'll get ideas also. But along with that, when I was talking about essay book, where can you get the essay book and which essay book? So I'll put the link on the screen so that you can buy the same book, and the link is definitely in the description also. So point is, ideas are less. This is the only reason you are unable to speak. If you would have ideas, you'll never face any problem like such. So make it a point that you read enough. Okay, and it is not only going to improve your writing but also speaking. So it is improving your speaking along with writing, serving 2 purposes at one time. So just start doing this. I can assure you that you will definitely improve. The next thing which I'll recommend you here is focus on GRA first. What is GRA? GRA is grammatical range and accuracy. So you need to focus on grammatical range. Range is using variety of tenses. Let's say you are facing problem in variety of tenses, but you can at least be or give justice to 5 tenses at a time. So those 5 tenses, I'll put the link on the screen. I have already made one video related to the 5 tenses. So what can be done? If you have proper knowledge about these 5 tenses, you'll at least speak them correctly. Make it a point that you judge the tense and speak the grammar correctly. You should not face any problem as far as accuracy in grammar is concerned. This is the step which will come at 3rd point, because without this you will not be able to become fluent. Even when you are speaking it all wrong. You are speaking in such a manner that the grammar tenses are going totally out of the order. So this you need to take care of. Okay, coming to the fourth point, what can be done here? Ab dekho, now you have ideas, your grammar is also getting better, you have started reading essay books also, and you have stopped cramming the answers. So four things have been done. The fifth thing that you need to do is practice speaking in front of mirror. You have ideas, start speaking in front of mirror or record your voice. So this way, what are you getting? You are actually getting confidence, gaining confidence in order to speak well in any exam. And it's not only about any exam, it's also about your daily life. You can start speaking in English with your friends also. So make it a point that what you are doing, you're just practicing in front of mirror, or maybe with one of your friend, or even if not any friend, then you can start practicing and recording. So once you record it, listen it again so that you get to know that you're not repeating the ideas. So take care of repetition. The main focus is repetition. We need not to repeat the ideas. So now the next point that you need to consider here is making English your mother tongue or maybe your first language. I know it's very hard, and when you hear it for the first time, you'll be like, why is ma'am talking like this? So the point is, when you'll be speaking in English and you'll make it your mother tongue, you'll actually get adapted to it. You'll not face any problem while speaking in it. Abhi, what is happening in the center also? Students are speaking in Punjabi only. Even if they have to express any ideas, they have to give the ideas during the writing task, they'll give the ideas in Punjabi. There is no point of giving the ideas in Punjabi. You'll have to give the language test, not the Punjabi language test. So focus on English. Start speaking in English with your friends or maybe with your relatives. At least you can start speaking in English with those who can speak in English fluently. So make it a point you start practicing it. You should have one partner with whom you are speaking regularly. Make it a point that you're devoting somewhere around 1 hour to English speaking every day. And how can it be done? I'll tell you the way I did when I was in 6th class. So I used to have a friend of mine, and with her I made it a point that I used to speak in English only. So we used to practice in English, like for somewhere around, we used to practice speaking in English for somewhere around an hour every day. In the school also, and after the school we used to study together. So we made it a point that we have to speak this, otherwise there was actually a punishment for the same. So if we were not speaking in English, we used to give punishment to each other. So point is this, until and unless you know there are some repercussions, you will not be doing anything. So make it a point you should have one speaking partner or start speaking with your friends and relatives. This way your English will definitely get improved. Dekho, what is happening? The language you speak more, you will get fluent in the same. So here we are talking about fluency and repetition. So once we'll get fluent, definitely the repetition will get reduced slowly and steadily. So just focus on idea generation, just focus on speaking in English with your friends. Once you'll start this, your problem will get solved, and just mark my words. Coming to the next point, the next thing is pronunciation. Now pronunciation is like, you actually are thinking this is the point which matters the most in the beginning. No, but you'll not be able to do justice to this particular point in the beginning. So you'll have to focus on all the other factors discussed previously in the video. So you'll focus on pronunciation. I will not ask you to use the difficult words, but I'll ask you to pronounce each and every word correctly. Let's say you're using basic words, but those basic words pronunciation must be correct or must be at par in order to score 2.25 in this. And you know, in speaking you get 2.25, only fourth part of assessment is only the pronunciation. So now you need to focus on pronunciation. So let's say you are speaking in English with a friend, she'll help you with the pronunciation, or she's good in pronunciation but you're good in ideas. So she'll tell you how can you improve your pronunciation, and you will help her with the ideas. This way you can help each other. So you're not only helping her, she's also helping you. So make it a point, find one speaking partner and find a partner who can actually help you, not a partner who will not be able to help you in anything, and at the end of the day you'll start speaking in Punjabi. So don't do like like this. So you'll have to search for one, and that to the one will definitely help you. Coming to the last point, and the last point is vocabulary. You know what is vocabulary? What are lexical resources? Using difficult words or replacing the easy words with the difficult ones. Now what can be done here? When you're using good, you'll not be using good now, you'll be using great. Okay, you'll be using awesome. You'll use different words instead of you repeating the same word. When you want to say it is important, you'll say vital, essential, prominent, words like such. So now you're focusing on vocabulary. Vocabulary also carries 2.25 score. So at the end of the day, you'll have to focus on this. A point, what is happening? The first thing, I'll just give you brief about everything. At the end of the day, repetition will only get eradicated with the help of ideas. If you'll not be cramming, it will definitely help you. Okay, later on these parts come. You'll have to focus on grammar, pronunciation and things like such. So make it a point you do each and everything perfectly. And in case you face any problem, just ask me in the comment section. I hope the video is useful for you. So please share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching.